Gambling on top of gambling. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Rax and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, this one's a wild one. Look, we're getting Paradox Rift packs inside of Paldean Fate's booster bundle. I think I've seen it all. Look, this is insane. I don't think I need to explain how bad this is. This is bad for everyone. Anyone that wants to open packs, anyone that wants to keep things sealed. I don't think we've ever seen this before besides like resealing packs, obviously, but this is a whole nother level. This is a pure quality control issue. We've been getting a lot of reports where people are getting Paradox Rift booster packs inside of reprinted Paldean Fate's booster bundles, even on the big ones and even on the small ones as well, as in like the flat ones and like the bundled up ones. This is pretty bad, and this is not just one or two people. This is a bunch of people saying this. This is definitely a packaging error. The quality control is way too bad. Since they're just going crazy with reprinting things, they're just mixing up things back and forth. This is bad for everyone in the Pokemon era. It doesn't matter if you're investing, collecting, buying, keeping things sealed, reselling. Like, this is bad for everyone because you just don't know what's inside. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure from the outside, from the packaging, from like the outer cardboard box, you can't tell if it's like reprinted or the old one. This is absolutely ridiculous. This can be pretty scary for the long run. Imagine you open, like, you spend $100 or so on a prismatic booster ETB and you get Paradox Rift packs or something like that. Like, I don't think it will get to that point since ETBs are a little bit different, but imagine you spending what, $80 for a prismatic booster bundle and just get a bunch of Paradox Rift or Obsidian Flames. Like, that is pretty ridiculous. That is pretty scary. So the reason why I say this is pretty bad for everyone, like, if you're trying to open Paldean Fates, you're not gonna get Paldean Fates. That just sucks. But if you're trying to keep things sealed, a lot of people in the future might or not remember this error, but who knows, it might even have some sort of premium. But the thing is, you can't really tell if it's the new one or the old one. So how could you really tell if it's the error one unless you open it or, I don't know, CT scan it? But that's very expensive. Like, again, this is pretty scary. Imagine this kind of goes to other sets as well, like the new set. Imagine you buy a Destined Rivals and you get Paradox Rift or like something else that you didn't pay for. Like, this is, who knows, maybe Pokemon will do a callback. I doubt it. Pretty sure you cannot get refunds when it comes to Pokemon cards because that's like a mystery box in sort of way, so you can't really take it back because you could just, reseal it. Also, we can see that in the Reddit thread, the author is actually going back and forth exchanging emails with TPC, and they're actually saying they will be able to replace their packs. However, it all depends on availability, and also they do want the author to send them the packs and then they'll send it back. However, they don't have an estimate time frame on when he'll get them back. It could take a while because this seems like a pretty big issue. I imagine it's not just where this person bought the booster bundles, so it probably spread throughout all America, and they might not even get some Paldean Fates. It also say it could be another set, so that is just wild to me, honestly. It'll be interesting to see how this affects other sets in the future. From what I've seen, this has only been happening to Paldean Fate's booster bundles. Hopefully other sets haven't been affected from this, but honestly, since these types of reprints kind of happen in waves, they don't like slowly trickle in. They're like, they build it up and then they ship them off. This might be a bigger issue than it might seem. Could be a lot of booster bundles of Paldean Fates that just have Paradox Rift packs in them. I can't even say make sure you buy from a reputable seller because it doesn't really matter. These came from Walmart, so that it does kind of throw a wrench into things. Hopefully this doesn't happen too much, but honestly, I do think it's going to be happening for a little while, and they're just trying to reprint everything as much as possible. I personally will not be purchasing any Paldean Fates booster bundles unless it's like a display case, which I will be trying to keep sealed. But honestly, if this is going on and it's really common, I might not even purchase that either. So, but if you're just trying to keep things sealed, I don't think it's gonna affect things too much, honestly, because you can't really tell from the outside if it's a Paradox Rift pack or a Paldean Fates pack. Put this into perspective, it would feel kind of weird to have like a Evolving Skies booster box or a ETB, or let's say if there were a booster bundle but it has Rebel Clash in it. It would feel kind of wrong. However, some people do kind of go crazy for error packs, so maybe people would like that, but honestly, you can't even even tell from the outside. So that booster box could go through hundreds of people and you'll never know there's Rebel Clash inside. Obviously not a booster box because you can tell the packs from the side, but I mean like other products like a booster bundle or an ETB. That is kind of scary, to be honest. You know, I did expect some quality control issues when it comes to the reprints. I expected to be, you know, cards be a little bit more off-centered, you know, have some dings here and there, but I did not. Never in my wildest dreams would I expect that you would be getting the wrong packs in a set. Like, that is pretty insane. You know, it'd be a little bit weirder if you have Paldean Fates on the outside. You know, it'd be a little bit weirder if you have Paldean Fates on the outside, Paradox Rift on the pack, but if you open it, it's Paldean Fate's card. Imagine if that were the case. That'd be so trippy, honestly. So be careful when you're buying booster bundles from here on. This could also bleed to other sets. It could happen to 151. It could happen to Obsidian Flames. So be careful with that. However, if you're a sealed type of guy, I don't think it matters too much unless you sell it to like some sort of streamer here in like 10 years and they open up a Paldean Fates booster bundle and you have Paradox Rift. You might low-key get attacked for like scamming or resealing, and then you'll just have to link them to this Reddit thread from 10 years ago. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.